to Blaseball Case. My name is Kirsty. I'm here with Elliot, and he's here to show us Blaseball. We're at Pax, by the way. Pax Unplugged, in case you weren't there.
Pax Unplugged. This is Blaseball Wild Cards. It's a Blaseball card game based loosely on a web game called Blaseball at blaseball.com. But to focus in on this, it's a card game where you and the group have two different decks of superpowered baseball players, team ability cards, special events, and weathers. Takes place during the final inning of a 0-0 tie match. So whoever scores here is going to take a pitch at all, right?
Okay.
It's an action-packed game. It takes about half an hour to play once you've learned all the rules. Shall I dive into it?
Yes, please.
Right.
Show us how it works.
Sure. So, it takes place on a play map. Your deck will have a number of character cards. Each character has a pitching, batting, and catching score. That will come into play when you decide where to field them, right? So, in your case, you're batting. You've got a really good batter here with 6 batting. That means you won't be able to play this character later on. You know, you're burning your star player early on, but you know, if this might work out for you, right? Because here I have a pet named Scratch Deludes, this little mouse, doing their best. 3 pitching score, not quite as high. At the start of this phase, we reveal the characters that we have placed in the positions.
Yeah.
And after doing so, we both roll a die for this additional phase. I have 7, and you have 9. You would add the 9 to your ability, and I would add this too. So you have a higher one. You know, all added up together. You would be able to use this to keep track of that.
Okay.
At that point, I've got a pretty tough batter in front of me. Either I have other abilities that I've already played before. I can spend resources to use those.
Yeah.
Maybe even up those odds. Or I can let you go and rely on the fact that I have an outfielder that I played earlier. Maybe they're good enough at pitching. Sorry, they're good enough at catching to catch that ball.
Okay, yeah.
That also adds up value. This will resolve. So let's say, I can't beat that. You got a really good batter. You have the potential to move to first base.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got more to play. Maybe you got more up your sleeve. The potential to move to second, third, or even a home run.
I see, yeah.
And I would let that resolve, get that to move.
Yeah.
And eventually, you would advance over here to on the run.
Yes.
So you got one run on you. That's awesome.
Okay.
This continues.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm not a terrible player, and I can get you to 3 outs. In baseball, of course, 3 outs, and we switch sides.
Okay.
Now, I would be defending.
Yeah.
You're at bat. We have the same deck. It doesn't refresh.
Okay.
So they're out, right? Like, you've already used them.
Yeah.
Maybe I've got better batters. Try to even that up. Again, use the resources that we have, and try to get as many runs as you have, or otherwise you're going to win.
Yeah.
This is it runs on baseball rules, but with a lot of fantasy and horror and absurdist elements. We've worked with an amazing variety of artists from around the world.
So the artwork is very catchy.
It really is, yeah. Our designers are based in the UK. A lot of this game was manufactured, I believe, in Ireland.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah. Closer to home for us then.
Yeah, and wow! I mean, it's a really good game. It has some deck building elements too. If you get really into the strategy of the game, all of this comes with the pre-built decks as well as booster packs. They're not randomized, but everybody likes opening a booster pack.
Yeah.
Once you learn the cards in the game, you can open these up. Find more advanced strategies to play with.
So is this going on to Kickstarter?
It is successfully crowdfunded. It was crowdfunded earlier this year.
Okay, yeah.
This first batch are for people who are picking up the games at PAX. And our retail is coming. Our retail is still available if you go to blaseballgcg.com. You can purchase that online. Start shipping early next year, around February.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time today and sharing this with us. And I hope you enjoy the rest of PAX.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you very much. Bye.